Hello and welcome to my new video. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lex, and welcome to another edition of Lex Plays a New Game instead of working on her Animal Crossing island. That is LPNGIWHACI for short. And today's game is Camper Van Make It Home. I have been so excited to try this game, so I'm glad to finally delve into it with you. This game is scratching an itch for me that really hasn't been scratched since I discovered Unpacking last year. If you haven't played Unpacking, it's maybe my favorite cozy game, and I'm an Animal Crossing YouTuber. I'm saying Unpacking might be my favorite game. So let's get into Camper Van. It is such a cute aesthetic for a game. I love the concept of riding your little camper van around and getting to organize it with all of your stuff, and you even get to customize the camper van itself, which I think is a nice touch. There are different vans for different levels that you go through, so that was cool to see. But yeah, I wanted to kind of let you guys enjoy a little bit of a long play here. I am going to speed it up because the organizing I did take forever in some instances, but I am going to let you guys kind of enjoy the vibes of the game. I thought the music was very calming, the game was very fun, the organizing was really well done. I loved all the ways you could open up the cabinets. I liked the interactable items. So yeah, I'll let voiceover Lex take over from here, but I hope you enjoy. Please let me know if you'd like to see more of this game or if there are other games you'd like to see me cover in the future for LPNGIWHACI. Thanks. Thank you, Real Life Lex. This is voiceover Lex checking in. Obviously, I'm customizing the inside of my first camper van. This is a very small one, so obviously you're not working with a lot. The back is just your bed, front is the 2 seats, so not a lot to customize, but I really appreciate that you can put something around the rear view mirror as like a little token of your personality. I think that's cute. I think it's fun. I like the options. And I love that they give like scenery for your camper van setup. It's like you're actually getting to travel through this game. I think it's adorable. So obviously to start here, I just had to get through some of the controls. You just click on the little icons on the right in order to start placing items. You can't see what they are until you've clicked. So in that way it reminds me of Unpacking, because in Unpacking you have to like click on the boxes in order to get things out of them. You don't really know what's going to be what. So there were items, they were organized by category, so I kind of tried to grab items. I also don't know what this flower is, but I took it, so hopefully that's important. But anyway, the items, I ended up later, you'll see I grabbed a bunch out of the same category at once so I could see everything there was to organize before delving in, and I do recommend that. So if you want to just like pick a category and then place everything on the bed, then you know exactly what you're working with before you start putting it into the spaces that are provided. Some things can open, so I had a good time like interacting with different things to figure out what exactly I could do with each thing. But yeah, definitely just like click on things, be curious. I think this game definitely rewards curiosity. I really wish that I had a pet so far is my thing. But yeah, the first section here, we have the 2 pull-out drawers. You do have to put everything away before you can open the other one. And I did continuously forget this, but it's okay. We move. But yeah, you can see the drawers are sensitive. They will stop from shutting if you have something that's too tall, etc. So you really do have to focus on how you're utilizing the space that they give you, where you're putting different items. I did try to keep things together by category just because I am that kind of organization girly, but you can do whatever you want. It felt really wrong to put a plant away in the drawer, but I wasn't sure where else to put it. Not gonna lie. So I don't know. If you know something I don't, let me know. Give me your little tips. Give me your organizer girly tips, please. And yeah, enjoy this me putting things away simulator. As you can probably tell at this point, I spent an ungodly amount of time on the left side just trying to organize everything, and I'm still not happy with it. So like, I feel like this is going to be a game where I put everything in, make sure it will fit, and then I go back and do another save. I think there are 3 saves in this game, by the way. If I remember correctly, there were 3 different new slots at the beginning. I think that this is a game that I'm gonna have to play multiple times so that I can try to perfect the way I arrange things. You know what I mean? The organizer girls get it. And boys, and non-binary people, sorry. But this is my first run through, so give me a little bit of a break if you're like, wow, what is she doing? I was also like that. I wasn't sure where I was meant to put things, okay? Listen. Okay, this is the section I meant when I said I started putting everything from one category out. So I just put everything on top because I knew the refrigerator was here. I knew that all of these would be like food related items because of the icon for the category. And I was like, okay, let me just see everything we're working with. So then I get a better like picture in my head of how I want to arrange them. And it actually worked out well. Although I was not using the correct angle. I did not realize that I could, in fact. Move, yeah, there we go. Look at me go. Look at me go. This is my first time playing too, by the way. Be gentle, be gentle. But yeah, that's just, I don't know. I highly recommend doing that. You just have a lot better of a concept of where, like what kind of space you're working with for the items. So something I think is really neat is that there are also outdoor items you get to place. So you're not just organizing the inside of your camper van, you also have things to decorate the outside for when you're stopping, taking those little stops and enjoying the area that you have van lifed to. You know what I mean? So loved this. I loved getting to see all the different little items that you could pull out of the bag. And I love that there was even a little like rug blanket. Are we kidding? I also really do appreciate the way you can rotate items in this game is really nice because you can even get them on like a diagonal. Anyway, Animal Crossing could never, but that was the first segment of my van life, and after that you get to work on a new one. You get to see a little preview of your van, and then you get to go to a new location. So there's my first journey, here's my second. Also love the loading screens. That's kind of random, but I thought they were really cute. But yeah, you can customize the exterior of your van once more, get different colors going on. I wanted this one to be more poppy, I think, so I did make it a bit more colorful with things I wouldn't normally choose. I want the yellow and orange for the outside, and then I wanted some like pink details inside. I wanted it to be like cutesy, like almost kind of like a beachy van life, which is funny because I feel like this one was more of a foresty, like autumn winter feeling place, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I also appreciated that you could change the interior walls and everything of this van. This is a bigger van than the last one. So like the last one, you just had your bed in the back. This one is going to have a shower and everything. So I have this very fancy little bed here. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm wondering if the things under the bed can act as drawers. I don't know. I didn't even try to check them. Oh no. I'm telling you guys, my second playthrough is going to be the god tier one. Okay, just give me a second. Give me a second to catch up. But yeah, I loved this. There was even a shower in this van, which I thought was really neat. Kind of convenient to not have to run in a Planet Fitness during your van life, you know? But yeah, really enjoyed customizing the inside of this van since there was so much more to customize, and I think there's also, I think, a lot more items in this section, so let's get into this. I'll let you speed run through this as well. Something different about this level as well was that there were already some things placed in this camper van, quite a few things actually, so you had to organize not just yours but the other person's things, or it could just also be yours. I don't know what we're assuming here. I'm guessing there's at least you and another person, since there's another backpack there that seems a little a little dude or kid coded, I'm not sure, but yeah. So this was kind of more interesting to me to figure out because there were already things to work around, and you can move the items that were already placed as well, which I thought was neat. But it just made me think a little bit more about where I was placing things, and I wanted to like match the vibe of what was already in a place for most of it, because like obviously if there's already different things like bowls or whatever in the cabinets, I don't want to start just putting like pans. I don't know. But yeah, I love this level as well. I thought it was pretty neat. I had a harder time organizing the fridge, which is funny because it has more room. It just took me forever to realize that you could place something on the bottom row, which I just did there. I didn't even realize that the bottom was like placeable, so. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I actually wasn't sure what each thing was sometimes, so that's another reason I kind of want to do another playthrough. And I think you can also take a picture with the Polaroid camera, which I didn't even try, so I definitely want to try to do that next time. I think you can take it with the item and not just, you can take like a photo with the screen in the top middle, the right button. That gives you the ability to take like a screenshot of your build, which I also think is adorable. But yeah, I think you can maybe interact with the Polaroid camera, and I haven't even tried. So catch me going back through to do that as well, because that is a very essential thing. I love the little details like that in games where they just add something that is so cute and so personalityful. I don't know. So that was my first play of Camper Van Make It Home. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have picked up the game, if you plan to play it. It is available on Steam and on Switch, I believe. So enjoy that. And yeah, like I said, let me know if there are any other games you'd like to see me cover. If you think I'd enjoy them, I would love some recs, as if I don't have like a million games to play already. But yeah, I'll see you on the flip side in Animal Crossing. Everybody get your candle like manifestation circles together, our little Animal Crossing prayer circles. After the Animal Crossing Crocs, anything could happen. You know, they could be prepping us for a new game. I don't want to be delusional, but I'm a little delusional. Bye for now.